That's right. All right. So top 5 coaches who also have coached at rival schools. Number 5, Bo Schembechler. Coached 5 different seasons or 5 seasons at Ohio State before he became the legendary GOAT of coaches at Michigan until just now.
Hated Ohio State.
Yes.
I mean, it's bitter. That's where I saw, that's where I grew up, my age, Ohio State, Woody Hayes, and Bo Schembechler.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 4, this is actually 2 guys, but they both had the same career path. Darrell Royal and Mack Brown both coached at OU before they became the 2 best coaches in the history of the University of Texas.
Yeah, that's Darrell Royal was a hell of a player at OU too. Was he a player or a coach? Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what Mack. That's why it was so funny when Oklahoma. They raid all the talent in Texas. Your 2 greatest coaches of all time have ties to Oklahoma.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, just. Who I left Gary Patterson off this list because it's inspired by him.
Royal actually played at OU, did not coach at OU.
Okay, played at OU, but yes, OU
hell
and
of a
Texas.
player, yeah.
Number 3, one of the innovators of college football in the 1970s, Emory Bellard, invented the wishbone. He coached at Texas and at Texas A&M. Beloved at Texas A&M. Beloved at Mississippi State, actually, as well. Everybody loved Emory Bellard wherever he coached. I went and got to go to a dinner at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame when he was very sick. They honored him. R.C. Slocum was there and a lot of other people. But he was an innovator, and he coached at both Texas and Texas A&M. And I believe he coached at Texas Tech for a little bit, too.
Bellard?
Yeah,
I believe he did,
so,
too, yeah.
Because he was a high school coach from West Texas. Yeah, he was a high school coach out in West Texas. He and Spike Dykes were the 2 biggest high school coaches in West Texas for a little while.
Yeah, he played at Texas and then spent time at Southwest Texas. This is in the 40s. He coached at Texas, coached at A&M, and then he never was at Texas Tech.
Okay. Yeah, he was...
he finished, and I remember this, he finished as a high school coach at Spring Westfield. Remember Spring Westfield knocked Midway out about 5 years ago or so? But also, when I did games for Lee High School, they played Westwood one time and lost, but it was a non-district game, and I remember oh, damn, I'm calling Emory Bellard.
Yeah, that's wild. Number 2, we'll go to basketball now. Rick Pitino coached at Kentucky, won a title, coached at Louisville, won a title, and
has been in the news lately for his thoughts about paying athletes and stuff.
Rick Pitino, he'd rather be in the news for that than what he was the last time he was in the news. But Rick Pitino,
he's living life.
Yeah, sure.
What did I say?
No, he's living life.
He was living life,
But Kentucky and Louisville, I don't need to say this and reiterate it to you.
They hate each other.
They hate each other very much.
Yeah.
Very, very, very much. And so I'm sure Kentucky fans went insane when he went there. But, he's gone now. So.
He's a part of some movies, too, right? Isn't he, played Scarface and...
No, that's Pacino. Pacino.
He looks just like him.
Pacino.
He looks just like him.
Yes, but, yeah. And number 1, Nick Saban, LSU and Bama. I mean... I know that LSU is not Bama's biggest one, but...
I know.
Look, when they're the 2 teams that are, regularly kind of trading out the SEC West
LSU would have about 10 national championships. He wouldn't have left. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, they were set up to just keep winning, just like they are at Alabama now.
Do you hope that the Miami Dolphins lose every game because of what they did?
No, I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
I respect the decision.
It wasn't Miami's fault.
No, I mean, I respect the decision. He had the opportunity to go and pursue something that he wanted to do. I'll never knock him. I'll never knock anybody for going and pursuing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The Alabama LSU thing. I'm not so sure that would. He's the GOAT.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
The reason I said it is, and I know that Auburn is Alabama's biggest rival.
Right.
And LSU's biggest one is probably...
technically, it's considered Ole Miss, but I don't know.
But the fact that these are the 2 that are trading off the division for the most part over the last 30 years now, it's
no. They've had a run
since they've done that. That's why I put it here. I know that it's not Michigan Ohio State rival, but it's growing to that point though. I mean,
what do you mean
it's
growing? If it hadn't already grown to that
No,
point.
but I mean,
it's getting.
things grow, but like it's getting to be more fierce
well, I mean,
by the
with
year.
what Garrett said, LSU's falling apart. So,
Hey, they are at this point. No, they're not.
All right, we've run a little bit later than normal today. Thank you. Thanks for the comment.